What is up, guys? Reptilio here, and let's play World of Warcraft. Full disclaimer, this is a Disc Priest Feltotem's Fall guide, but you can use this as a guide for all the other classes that are doing this challenge. The intro of this video is just going to show why I feel BM Hunter is broken right now in the challenge, and I don't recommend doing it. If you would like to skip ahead to the actual guide, and specifically the Disc Priest guide, I'm going to put a marker right here, or in the video in general, for you to skip. Now, today we are talking about the Feltotem's Fall Mage Tower Challenge. This is available to Windwalker Monks, Disc Priest, Destruction Warlock, and BM Hunter. Now, I was originally going to make a BM Hunter Mage Tower guide because it was the last one I needed for my mount, and I wanted the transmog on my Hunter. But I decided rather than kill myself doing that, I would show you how broken the tuning is on BM Hunter, and then make a Disc Priest guide. So I sacrificed the set on my Hunter to make a Disc Priest guide, but I wanted to just show an example of how messed up the tuning is right now. If you are a BM Hunter, you're welcome to try this, but quite honestly, I think you will have an easier time just hitting yourself in the head with a hammer. Now, I want to be clear here. This is not a skill issue, in my opinion. I don't want to see the comment, you just suck. Shut up. I'm literally using the Legion time-walking Mage Tower gun from this challenge. So I've done it before. It's not that I can't do it. It's that the tuning is currently not appropriate for Dragonflight. So remember, in Shadowlands as well, we also had Men Pet Leech. Nah, not this time. And on top of that, you only have 2 interrupts where you have to interrupt this guy's burst every 15 seconds, but counter shots on a 30-second cooldown. So what do? You have to Frost Trap him, which is A, on a global cooldown, and B, there's an actual time for it to fly through the air and interrupt what is a 2-second cast, basically. So this is just, I would not recommend doing it. I'm not saying there aren't players that aren't going to be able to do it, but this is not a challenge I recommend doing till the tuning is fixed. Please pay attention to Tugar's health and even how slowly the eggs die, okay? And I just wanted to show this because, again, also, all you have is Exhilaration for healing. So this is such an unforgiving fight. You even have to interrupt the Sonic Scream every single one or you're going to die. So I'm just telling BM Hunters right now, I have a guide going up for Survival Hunter. You can get the set a different way. I haven't tried Marksman yet, but I'm sure it's not as bad as this. I would not recommend doing Dragonflight Mage Tower in the current patch or the first 2 weeks that we are in right now. If it changes, obviously this intro is irrelevant, and I will edit it at that time. But for now, I do not feel this is worth it for BM Hunter. Now for Disc Priest, we're going to be looking at what gear I used. Quite honestly, I just used a full-blown PvP set. Your best stats are haste and versatility. Versatility. I got made fun of in another video for that. I'm going to say versatility. I don't care. And you can hop in with Mage Tower with that. I didn't use any consumables. I didn't do any drums. I didn't have any of it. For spec, I went with a single target build, and then I popped into Holy Nova to deal with the eggs. I did have Divine Star, but I didn't really use it. I kind of forgot to use it half the time. Holy Nova is good enough for your AoE, knocking down the totem, and all the worms. Mind Games is great for like a defensive use as well as a little bit of a damage burst, but really I used it more defensively, and even Mind Games I didn't use as much. Now here's what I'm running inside the actual instance. You can see that the item level has dropped to 120. Very different from Shadowlands item level 50. You will need a new set. As always, these challenges are done in front of a live studio audience, and I want to go through every single ability he has, and every single ability his little buddy, Wormy Boy 10,000 has. Look at that guy. He's just mutated as hell. There are only 2 phases, really, to this fight. There are minor changes in between each class, depending on what you do. For example, with BM Hunter, what you do is you kill Tugar and his worm enrages, and you have X amount of time to kill him. On the Disc Priest, however, you really need to kill them around the same time. Basically, get them both within 5% health, kill off one, and then kill the other. The other notable thing is that Disc Priests get a pretty insane dot that has to be dispelled. I did not experience that on BM Hunter. If you do not dispel that dot, it will kill you, and this is where things can really ramp up. I'm pretty sure I've been pronouncing both the Worm's name and the Tauren's name wrong the whole video, so now I'm going to hopefully redeem myself. I still don't know how to say their names. The challenge to this fight is that it is a very long DPS fight and it is very unforgiving. You must be patient. This fight will probably last you 6 to 10 minutes, depending on who you are. In Phase 1, we have Tugar, Blood Totem. His abilities are going to be Fell Burst. As a DPS, you will want to interrupt that every time. As a Disc Priest, you will fear it every once in a while because it's not going to one-shot you as a Disc Priest. Try to time it with the dot that he throws up that you have to dispel. The other abilities he will do is Earthquake, which is interruptible, but it will still spawn rocks, and it will spawn adds, regardless of interrupt. During Earthquake, 2 eggs will spawn that you will want to down as quickly as possible or cleave. I dealt with these with Holy Nova with ease. The eggs have less health than the actual adds that spawn, so do your best to lower them. During this as well, Jormog, I don't know, the worm, will run around the room and eventually put a charge on you. You will want to run him through rocks and you will want to break his scales. He starts the fight with reduced damage taken by 90%. Every Earthquake will spawn 3 rocks. You will want to get all scales removed within 3 rounds and 9 rocks to take away 9 stacks. The other thing to watch out for is a Feltotem that will spawn, and it will stun you for 5 seconds after a 5-second cast of its own. It dies in 1 hit, make a macro to kill the totem. It's very easy to kill. In the Disc Priest case, I did a Holy Nova. On the BM Hunter, I had a Cobra Shot macro, so it would just be a really easy kill. Speaking of Jormog and Scales, there is the ability Fell Hardened Scales. We already discussed how to deal with that. Sonic Scream is the other ability you need to watch for. As a Disc Priest, you just stop casting and make sure it doesn't hurt too bad. Maybe put up a Power Word Shield. As a BM Hunter, you have to interrupt it with Intimidate or Scatter Shot because you don't have any passive heals. Again, tuning issue. For Destruction, Warlock, and Windwalker Monk, I don't really know, but seeing as those two kind of have some sort of passive heal, or even Healthstone for Warlock, I wouldn't worry about it too much, just don't cast during it. His Spit, you can't really do anything about, just live with it. And don't be in his way when he's charging you, he will stun you and hit you like a brick. Now, the strategy for Disc Priest is to lower both of these guys to 5% health each before killing either one off. Once the scales are removed from the worm, you don't need to worry about him charging into rocks. Just don't even worry about them. Kill the adds. Now, there will be additional adds as the fight goes on, up to 4, and you will need to deal with those. And for Disc Priest, I found that there is a hidden mechanic of ramp-up damage. I wasn't able to ascertain if it was because of their percentage health or because of the time of the fight, but I'm pretty sure it was due to the timing of the fight. The longer the fight goes on, the more they do damage with their abilities. There were no buffs on these targets. There's no abilities in any guides. They just started doing more damage as the fight went on too long, to the point where I would get one shot even from Sonic Scream. Now, regardless of class, you will want to lower these guys at around the same health for X amount of time. Just to deal with, as a DPS, the burn phase on Jormog. And for Disc Priest, you need to kill them at the same time. What I did for this is the second the scales stacks came off of the worm, I started nuking him in every DPS phase I could, where it was just not an ad phase. I nuked the worm down to about 20 to 30% health and dealt with that. And at that point, then I tried to get them even. But the DPS race comes from burning the worm on the phases where there are not ads and he's available to hit. That's what you're going to need to focus on. you need to be careful not to kill the Tauren too quickly because it will cause... Well, killing either of them will cause the other to enrage. So obviously, that's where the mechanics come in. That's why as a DPS, I definitely recommend getting the worm to maybe like 20 to 30% health and then killing Tugar so that you don't have to deal with his mechanics, but you can also burn the worm before he kills you with his Sonic Scream. Remember to use cooldowns on Sonic Scream if you need to. Remember to interrupt his Fell Burst as best you can. Hit the totems, hit the ads. It's honestly, it's not a difficult fight in the sense of knowing what the mechanics are. It's how they line up and how you have to consistently survive these mechanics over and over. That is where the issue comes in for this fight. It's a really cool fight. It's totally doable. Don't get discouraged. And truly, practice makes perfect, I feel, on this fight. You will get it. And by totally doable, I mean it's totally doable on anyone but a BM Hunter, because don't do it on a BM Hunter. I'll put out a survival guide for you hunters. Then you can get your set. Anywho, enjoy the kill. Feel free to watch the mechanics. If you have any questions, ask in the comments. I'm always watching them. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll continue to do these live Mage Tower challenges and then make guides out of the live video. If you want to watch these guides get made live, please head over to Twitch, ReptilioPlays. I will be there. We can chat. We're going to start doing raids, mythics, casual leveling, really just anything. I mean, this is a hobby. I'm not trying to make it a profession where I make money. This is just for fun, and I like educating people. Yeah. Have fun, guys, and enjoy the kill. Gonna pop a barrier. Yeah! We did it! Let's go! Let's go. Tour of the Towers, baby. We got the Spell Tome, and that's why I said BM sucks. That's why BM sucks, cause it's not doable compared to a disc priest. Holy shit, I got the mount. I did not know I'd be that good. Oh my god, look at that. I got the mount, and it is 9:52 a.m. Look at that. I got a flying book. It's doable, guys. We did it. So, that was an 8-minute fight, but at least there's passive healing on that. For the hunter, there's no passive healing. There is no passive healing. That's stupid. That's stupid to me. Like, or let me rephrase. I don't think the hunter needs to have like a heal, but you can't put out that much damage and expect a hunter for 8 minutes to just be like, yeah, okay, I'm just not going to heal for 8 minutes. Yeah, look at the book. Look at this. Oh, it flies. Wait, isn't it called a Soaring Spell Tome? Yeah, I'm dumb. Yay. What's the mount special? Whoa. Yo. All right. We did it. We did it on Disc Priest. Should I continue the stream or... I mean, we did it. We totally did it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. That was awesome. We got the mount. We have some sets. I'm going to continue to do guides. I really enjoy the Mage Towers and showing like what's kind of broken and what's not. That was the first set of Mage Tower where I can safely say a spec is kind of like poorly challenged. Like... The BM Hunter is absurd. It's just not okay. At least with Disc Priest, there's a DPS race. You have to kill them at the same time, so you don't get to eliminate one of the mechanics. And you have to use your defensives. So I think the Disc Priest one is really fair. I think that was tough, and it's a fair challenge. Again, BM Hunter is one of the easiest classes in the game. I'm sorry if you main a BM Hunter, but it is one of the easiest. So... that is a broken challenge. If you want to do it, you are welcome to go for it. I'm not going to live the 10 to 12 minute life of dying. Okay? That was fun. I like the instant oh no's and then I can heal myself. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And as always, I will see you later. And I will see you in every other guide because you're going to watch them. It's going to pop up in your suggested and you're going to be like, hey, that's a video I'm going to watch. And then you're going to watch it. Love you guys. Toodles!